Hey guys, Penguwave here. Why me? So, I had a busy schedule today, and last night, this all happened. So, I've got a lot of work to kind of go look through here. So, let's start off with the CoroCoro leaks that started last night. So, here we have the first new Pokemon that's been announced today. Well, yesterday at this point. Nekoala. I believe that, yeah, it says Nekoala. Adorable Pokemon. Apparently it's a normal type and it has the ability Definitive Sleep, which basically means it will, it can only achieve the sleep status. Say if you try to, like, paralyze it or use Stun Spore, like, nothing will work on it. It can only fall asleep. That's a very interesting ability. And very fitting of a koala, considering they sleep, like, what, 22 hours a day? Someone correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But I think that's a great ability for a koala Pokemon, although I don't know why it's for the Hawaii region. If anyone can tell me that there's species of Hawaii there, that'd be interesting, because I'm pretty sure there is no such thing as Hawaiian koalas. Actually, Hawaii koala. Blazing internet speed. Yeah, no. Are there Hawaiis? No. They only live in East Australia. So yeah, there's nothing in Hawaii. So it's an interesting choice of having a koala there, but I think they were just kind of going with the more like island countries, which, well, Hawaii got added to the US, but it used to be an island country. And then the very next page, they announced this adorable little puppy. He is the puppy dog Pokemon, and his name is Iwanko. Looking at him, you'd be like, oh, he's just like a normal type, right? No. They already announced the normal type. This is a rock type. And I really love what they did in the second page you have with him. It's like number one. So, one in Japanese, you can, it's typically shortened to E. It's Ichi, but if you shorten it, it's E. And then Iwan. And Wan is also wolf in Japanese, so Iwan, and then Ko is his last, like the last letter in his name, Ko. So I find it funny how many jokes are in his name. First, over here we have it saying Iwan, so it's like the one wolf. I just found that funny. But also Iwa is it translates to like stone and rock, so it's like a double thing for his name. So like. It's also Wan, as in bark, and then Wan, and that's like the number one dog. So he's like, you can see he's like all proud of himself and stuff. Like you can tell he's like very feisty and like I can feel like he has like a very cocky kind of nature. And then like Iwa is just rock, and Ko is like you'd put that at the end to make it like a child. So he's like a puppy, and there's just so many things going on with his name. They did a really good job at having wordplay as part of his name, and I'm really enjoying that. And I feel like he could probably evolve into something cool, unlike this one, Nekoala. I feel like it could because it's a normal type, they typically don't get much more interesting. And I feel like I'll only catch him only because of the fact that I have a living national deck, so that'd be the only reason I actually have one. But I don't feel like I would actually add him to my team. But down here, you kind of see it says here, like, the new Pokemon has something to do with, they hide a secret with, Rowlet, Litten, and, Poplio. There we go. I was about to start reading the Japanese, but that's not the English names for it. But apparently they all hold a secret, and a lot of people I've heard are saying this is going to lead to the fact that maybe all four of them can, have synchro evolutions, like Greninja, and I really don't think that's the case. I think they'll hold some other secret. Maybe they all evolve at the same level. I feel like that'd be an odd thing to talk about, but I don't know. But I feel like it's probably not Synchro, because Synchro is only ever with starters so far, and putting with a cute little dog, I don't really feel like it fits. And then here we've just got basic stuff. And something interesting I found about the map, there's this little white speck. I don't know what it is, but it's blocking out part of the map. So if we pull up the Alola region map, all caps, obviously. Then we go to not news, images, not shopping, images. There we go. There we go. So that little shine seems to be coming from the factory. So let's open this image in a new tab, right? So here's generally where the shine's coming from. And if we look at that, that's coming from next to it, so it'd be at the very top of there. Meaning that shine's coming from somewhere around here. Now, I'm probably overthinking this, and this is, like them taking a picture, but I honestly doubt it, because everything else doesn't have that kind of flare around it, and it's the exact same kind of twinkles that we're seeing around, like, here, here, here. That's the same type of twinkles, so I feel like, I don't know why they would have included that, but it's there. If there's any other changes in the map, someone could tell me that. Other than that, I'm not getting anything else off of the Japanese scanlations. Well, scans and then translations. And, then they included something about the new Rotom forms. It's nothing really new, interesting that we haven't seen before, but it's just kind of showing you more about how this works, and it's just showing you it's like real time and whatnot. And then also they've announced that Magearna will be with the new Gaole game that's coming out in Japan. That if you go to the movie to see the Volcanion, the Ingenious Magearna, you get the Gaole disc, and it has a QR code on it for Magearna. Comes at level 50 with a Fududu cannon and Flash cannon as well as Helping Hands and Charm Voice, something like that, I believe. And other than that, yeah, just more information about the movie. Although this orb, I don't understand it. I saw that when it first leaked, and I didn't really know what it was, but I'm still confused. And then also, I thought I'd only have that to talk about, but then, if I turn this down, because I don't want to get copyrights, because Nintendo, but, they announced 10% forms, and, so here we have 10% form in-game, right? And, I thought 10% was only going to be once he got to, like, a certain point of health. No, 10% is full health. That's what the Zygarde is. You catch him at 10%, I guess. And then, they also added 1,000 arrows and 1,000 waves back in. So if, like, I hop over here, yeah, here's him using 1,000 waves. And what I found interesting is, you see him using it, right? And then he's charging up, and he just disappears. He straight up turns into all the cells and just rushes down the Metagross. But, then you get to see him also introducing, I really like the animation for this, so let's just skip back over here. So he absorbs all these cells, and it's like a huge thing. And bam, he goes into full mode. And actually, as they zoom out here, I'm very underwhelmed by the complete form, because they show he's barely 3 feet taller, and I figured he would be like multiple stories tall, being this massive guardian, but no. He's barely double the size of your trainer. And I was like, well, that's underwhelming. And then you get to see him use his new signature move that we've never seen before. If, you know, he stops... Okay, so here, if I can get it, yeah. So it looks like the wings, they kind of, they clip off, kind of, well, they kink and then turn here, and they look like dragon heads almost. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 heads, I would say. 6 heads if you're counting the mouth in the front. So, is there a 6-headed dragon? I know there's 7-headed dragons, but I'm not counting a 7th head. But here we see his new move, which is Core Enforcer. Yeah, and there's his new mouth. And he basically has this huge energy ball, which turns into a laser that obviously shoots the letter Z. That is just hilarious. Like, that's probably gonna have a high hit-miss ratio, considering the fact that Garchomp is massive, and that just barely hit Garchomp, and then it explodes, shoots lasers up in the sky, completely knocks him out. I'm gonna say that's super effective, and it's a Dragon-type move. Correct me if I'm wrong. It could also be a Water-type move, but that makes no sense. And then that's the end of the video, right? And then I believe they have also done new Pokemon forms, and they've updated with Zygarde Cell, you know, the thing that, like, surrounds the 10% form when he's transforming. Zygarde Core, which is squishy from the anime, Zygarde 10%, which you seem to get at full... Oh! So it looks like they have the ability. It's Swarm Change that allows him to change his form. And then, yeah, Zygarde Complete doesn't seem to have that. He doesn't seem to have an ability. But no move is Core Punisher. That looks like a translation error, because it's a Core Enforcer now, based on the English one. And, if anyone saw what I just scrolled up from, it's something I don't really want to talk about, but I'm still going to. But I'm very interested in the fact that once he gets down to the red, he transforms into Zygarde Complete, which I figured would be the complete opposite. I figured Zygarde Complete would be full health, and then 50% he'd go down to 50%, and then 10% he'd go to 10%, and then like 10% is kind of like your last-ditch effort of trying to deal damage to the opponent. I figured that's how it worked. Turns out it's not. Turns out starts at full health, and then once he gets down to red, he goes into complete form. And then, from complete form, this is the interesting part, once he goes to complete form, he gains health. He went from being in the red to being in the green, like very slightly in the green, but still in the green. So that means he gains kind of like a regenerator effect as he's transforming, which is very interesting. It basically gives him like 130% health, which is absurd. And then you get down to this. New Pokemon forms, says nothing about it being in the game, but it is here in the Pokemon Sun and Moon forms.shtml. Why, Cerebi? Why would you include Ash Greninja in the new forms thing? Because no, I'm not okay with this. I guess if you're looking at it, that kind of looks like the new trainer's hair, and you could say that's just trainer hair, but no. This is the one thing I didn't want to be a thing. It just doesn't make sense to me for there to be an Ash Greninja in the game. It doesn't make sense. Synchros just aren't making sense to me in this. I don't see a way in which Nintendo can make it seem like synchros are going to fit into competitive play, into story-wise. It's just, they don't fit. I don't know. Mega Evolutions were amazing. They made sense. It's like, oh wow, you can access a new level of evolution if you gave it this new item that's never been before available. But if you're talking about synchros, it's like, yes, we've always been able to have happiness with our Pokemon since Gen 2, I believe. So that doesn't make sense for them to randomly just start start synchro evolving, and then like saying, well, you're using those burst hearts. But that just doesn't make sense. I'm not seeing a reason for it. Maybe they'll explain it at E3, which they said that E3 will be pertaining to something involving Sun and Moon and Pokemon Go. So that's all we have for now. If we get any new news worth updating on, I will talk about it. And as always, Penguin, signing out.